welcome you to All Things Business tonight. And we have a special guest on it with us tonight, Miss Shy. Is that okay if I call you that, Miss Shy?
Yeah, call me Shy.
Okay. All right, Shy. So tonight we are coming to you with our Sunday broadcast to highlight entrepreneurs who are doing the thing in their industry. If you don't know who I am Rhonda Pearson. I am the six-figure little t-shirt business guru. And I have Shy with us. And I want you to tell us a little about who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, so my name is Shy. I think we done said that like 2 or 3 times. It
It's
don't
okay. We're going to
necessarily,
drive into their head.
it don't necessarily mean I'm shy. It's just a shorter version of my name that most people kind of mispronounce. So I just kind of go with Shy. But I am the founder and director of Cureosity Academy. Um, we started out as Curiosity Brands. Let's just go there. I started really,
Okay.
really big. I wanted to throw my net really, really wide. And I
Right.
wanted to do this and I wanted to do that and I wanted to do this. And then I found myself burning out. And I
Mm.
had to take time to figure out what worked best for me. What did I love?
Mm-hmm.
What did I not like?
Right.
And where was I comfortable? And once I
Mhm,
found out my lane, and I kind of
mhm,
knew my lane the whole time, but I was
mhm.
so busy trying to wear this superwoman coat for everybody.
Right,
And
right.
I kept choking myself with my cape. So I had to decide,
Mm.
do I take my cape off and focus on what's my lane? And I did that. I'm doing that.
That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome. And
so
I think
we
as entrepreneurs, we do that. We're guilty of that. A lot of us
big
are really
time
guilty of that. Mm-hmm.
because we
Mm-hmm.
so big starting out, social media, so many friends. Girl, chase the bag. What bag?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to chase the bag anymore. Every time I chase
Right.
the bag, my bag end up open and my money is flying out every which way. And I'm looking like, where's all my money going? Because you got to go in
Mhm.
this way, and you got to go in that way, and you got to go into this
Right.
person, and you got to go into that person. And once again, I got a couple of business coaches. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Coach Brooks. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to him. And the first, they all said, you have great ideas. You have great momentum. I need you to find your lane. And
Right.
it hurt my feelings.
It
Because I was
does. It does. Mm-hmm.
I
It
was
really
like, yo,
does.
y'all say I'm great at this. But then in the midst of finding your greatness, you have to be able to trust who you have around you. You have
Mm-hmm.
to trust the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't want a team. I was the team. I ain't want to hear nothing because I was like, they not gonna carry
Girl.
my baby. Like I carry my baby, they're not gonna trust. I can't trust you with my dream. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
drop my baby, then I got to go clean up the mess and you walking down the road as if nothing happened.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right.
we get lost in it. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of ups and downs that made me sit down and
Mm-hmm.
really evaluate,
Mm-hmm.
are you doing this for you? Or are you doing this for everybody else? Because when
And
you
you
do
know
it
what?
for everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
it don't go.
You hit something on the head. You said that you had to sit down. And a lot of entrepreneurs, they believe that if they stop, then they're going to miss out. When really sometimes you need to stop so that you can reset. And like you said, you can find your lane and you can stay on your path. So that's, I commend you for that, because a lot of people don't want to do that. And even with you saying, recognizing early on, well, not early on, but recognizing that you needed a team. I'm here to say I'm guilty of that. I don't trust nobody. You can't do stuff like me, and I don't need you.
Hello.
But the more that my business grows, the more that I understand the importance of having a team.
And
Of having.
it forces us to do that. And that's the crazy part about it. You either
Mm-hmm,
gonna take the lesson easy or you gonna
mm-hmm.
take it the hard way. And hard way
Right.
means I'm losing money, which means I'm losing time, which means
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing energy, which means I'm losing mental stability. And that's another
Right.
thing we as business owners don't value for ourselves because we're constantly on the go. And I'm preaching to
Mm-hmm.
myself. I have to constantly tell myself, And my fiance constantly tell me, hey, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. I'm like, nah, bro, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go.
Right. You got to get
Nobody
it.
tell you stop and you
Mm-hmm.
don't stop. And then you ain't got no choice but to stop when it makes you
Right.
stop. Then you
Right.
mad. So
Right.
you have to find what works
Mm-hmm.
for you in your lane. And when
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to stop, it's not okay to quit. There's a
Right.
difference between stopping and
Mm-hmm.
quitting. Because it's like driving a car. When I drive my
Right.
car, I press the gas when I'm going. But
Right.
when I'm coming to the sign and the sign says stop, or I'm
Yes.
coming to a light and it's yellow, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna press the gas. Well, I'm lying. I have pressed the gas a couple of times. But when I got that ticket that last time, and that man said, when you saw that light was yellow, what was you supposed to do? In my head, I was supposed to speed
Go
up.
faster.
But ultimately, in everything you do, it's some kind of lesson you have to pull out of it.
Right.
And the lesson
Right.
in that was you needed to slow down, because when you start
Mm-hmm.
moving too fast, you lose focus on everything that's around you. And then
Absolutely.
when it passed, you're like, dang, I did not take the time to smell the roses. I did
Mm-hmm.
not take the time to enjoy the moment. We so focused on, I got to focus on the next thing.
Right.
Enjoy what you in right now. Because by
Mm-hmm.
the time you get to the next thing, you will be looking at the next thing and you're like, dang, all I got is pictures and I can't remember nothing about how I felt in that present moment. And you
Absolutely.
need to embrace it all.
Absolutely. So we jumped in and went deep real quick.
Real
So
quick.
tell me a fun fact about you, like something that people wouldn't ordinarily expect about you.
I was a bartender.
You're a bartender, so girl,
I
you
was a
know how to
bar-
mix up drinks.
I was a bar girl. Look, the story of my life. That chasing the bag thing. I was a
Mm-hmm.
bartender. I was a radio DJ, and
What?
I used to throw events. So
Really?
yeah, so for me, I was always on the go. I was go 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 gadget go,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to choose. Do I want to
Right.
be Miss Popular that was
Mm-hmm.
making all the friends and was out on the scene, or do I want to make an impact? Because
Right.
that's a temporary impact.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the people
Because
I'm
people
serving,
forget. They'll
they
forget.
forgetting they drunk. They drunk. They
Mm-hmm.
don't remember nothing. So by the time I see you, girl, you was toe up, and they looking at me like, "Don't tell
Oh,
me about it."
right. 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 Bring
So
back the bad memories.
I had to learn like, let's do you want temporary or do you want long lasting? And as I
Okay.
decided I wanted long lasting, it made me start reevaluating all my priorities from
Right. Right.
kids all the way down. So
Right.
I don't bartend no more. Well, I bartend at home.
Right. That's okay. That's okay.
At home.
That's
But
okay.
as for out and about, now.
Okay. Okay. So tell me a little about your, well, tell me not a little, but tell me about your academy and what made you go in that direction.
So Curiosity Academy started out as a nails only academy. There is
Mm-hmm.
actually only two nails only academy in the East Texas region.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, man, I went to school because Texas had this thing. You had to have your instructor's license. And
Mm-hmm.
some of us kind of flew under the radar for a little while. We teaching and grooming and mentoring people. And I was like, I want to do it the right way. So I
Right.
went and I got my license. And when
Mm-hmm.
I got my license, I started working for somebody else. And I went in and I was like, eventually, keyword was eventually for me. And I didn't know what eventually looked like. I
Mm-hmm.
want to open my own school, but I don't feel confident enough to do it. So
Mm.
the crazy part about it, I knew how to do it. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't trust me
Mm.
enough to do it.
Wow.
So when I
That's
got into it,
mm-hmm.
I'm literally doing everything to run a school.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat with my coach, and me and my coach chopped it up. And she was like, "What's taking you so long?" "What you mean, what's taking me so long? I'm comfortable where I'm at."
Mm-hmm.
She was
Right.
like, "So, being comfortable where you at is only gonna get you so far. When you
Mm-hmm.
ready to get uncomfortable, we'll talk about it again.
Right.
So life decided to make me uncomfortable, and I got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm.
I got sick, the
Mm-hmm.
dynamics changed.
Right.
And when the dynamics changed, I was in my head, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my job.
Mm-hmm.
And in the back of my head, you know, you have that little bitty small voice that kind of talk to you.
Right.
And was like, what you doing, girl? I didn't gave you all the tools. I didn't
That's.
equip you with what you needed to do. What's
Mm-hmm.
taking you so long?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I lose my job.
Right.
And went to log in. Couldn't log in. So I was
Oh
like,
wow.
I use a 4-letter word, a couple of 4-letter words. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? And so I woke up one morning and it was like, it's time for you to do your application. It's time to step. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what nobody else say. It's your
Mm-hmm.
time to step. And I was like, all right. So I'm doing it and I'm reading over the rules. I'm like, oh my God, what
Mm-hmm.
am I supposed to do? So here I go pick up the phone, call my mama. Mama, what I'm supposed to do? Mama was like, did you pray? And I was like, yeah. She's like, did you hear something? Yeah. So why you calling me?
You
I
already
was
know what.
like, I don't know. And we look for gratification from the people around us.
Mm-hmm.
We want our spouse to, it's okay, babe, do it. We want our
Right.
family, it's okay, babe, do it. And you
You
feel
want
comfortable in
confirmation
doing
from
it.
them. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't ever get that confirmation.
Right.
And you have
Right.
to walk trusting it's you and the good Lord above, regardless
Mm-hmm.
who's standing on side of you, who not with you. If the community with you was for you, is going to be for you, regardless if somebody's standing on side of you, if somebody's standing up under you, it's gonna
Right.
always be yours. So I
Right.
did it, and I
Mm-hmm.
went through hell. But once again, that was that thing of being comfortable because I was so used to being the smart one. I got the
Mm-hmm.
answer, so I'm good. But
Mm-hmm.
when the answers wasn't coming fast enough, and I had to do the work and I
Right.
had to sit and process a little longer, I was hot. I was like, I ain't supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be doing this. I'm about to, man, all this equipment, I don't care. Somebody come get this. And then I got the paperwork and it was like, you good. I'm good. I'm good.
It's a process that you have to go through. It's a process. One,
It
it
is.
makes you appreciate it a little bit more, but also, it confirms everything that you've gone through. You know what I'm saying? Or what you're going through at the time. Like, this is the right thing that you should be doing because I led you to it. And I'm not going,
I'm not
okay,
gonna leave you in the middle of it to swim.
exactly.
If I put you in the water, I knew you had what you needed inside of you to keep going. The question
Exactly.
is, do you realize what's
Mm-hmm.
inside of you? And that's
Right.
the biggest thing for all business owners. We all go into it and we're like, man, if I only had, if
Mm-hmm.
I only this, and I
Mm-hmm.
should have did this. But time out. If you didn't step out on faith, you wouldn't be where you was at. If you
Exactly.
didn't take that leap, you wouldn't be in the midst of where you're at. So you've already taken the steps. You've already shown yourself time and time again. I got the grit. I got the perseverance. I got the determination. I got the confidence. Even though some days I don't feel like I got it, I'm
Right.
still going. So if
Right.
I still got the energy and the strength to keep going, then that
Mm-hmm.
means, yo, if I wake up one day and I don't know, we're going to keep going because somebody
Right.
going to
It's gonna
cross
be
my
okay.
path with an answer.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna come when it's supposed to come. It's gonna
Always.
come when it's supposed to come. So how many programs or do you even offer different types of programs at your academy?
So we do now, as of January, we
Okay.
expanded out from nails to full cosmetology.
Oh,
Estet-
okay.
yeah, esthetician. And then we
Mm-hmm.
have a nail esthetician program. So
Oh.
most people go to school and they get one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like nails and I like lashes, and they end up going to school twice. Why do
Oh,
that?
when you can get it all at one time.
You get it all at one time. So
Mm-hmm.
reason we got it all approved now because our state is actually changing the process of things.
Okay.
So when the program starts, instead of being 1,200 hours right now, it'll actually be 800 hours that you would
Mm.
have to do to get both programs. But when you walk out of there, guess what? You can do nails, you can wax, You can do
Mhm.
lashes, you can do facials, you can do the whole shebang without having to do hair. Because a lot of people don't want to do hair, but they
Right.
get stuck in cosmetology programs because that's all the schools around them offer.
So what exactly, because I'm looking at my nails, what exactly is a nail esthetician? What do they do?
So a nail esthetician is a professional that is licensed in
Mhm.
the art of nails and nail
Mhm.
care. And they're
Mhm.
also licensed in the art of skin and maintaining healthy skin.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
they
it's
just
not like a special thing for like they do face not facials, but I want to say facials for your nails. But
look,
is there such a thing?
you can get a facial for your nails. So believe it or
Really?
not, a lot of us go and we get acrylics or nail enhancements and they're
Mhm.
taken off wrong.
Mhm.
So in the process of rebuilding how your nails grow back and become healthy, you have to do it the proper way. So you got to
Mhm.
condition, same way you condition your face. Same
Got
way
you.
you exfoliate around the skin around the nails, and you
Mhm.
start taking care of that. You moisturize, you drink, you take in your water. If you don't like water, look, let me tell y'all what y'all can drink. See this aloe water? Get you some type of water in your system.
Mhm.
Keep up with your
Mhm.
fruits and your vegetables. Take your vitamins. These are all things that, we just think, girl, my nails just toe up because I went to the nail salon. Nah, it's some of you, baby. It's some of
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that. Like, they're quick to shift the blame to someone else. So completely get it.
But they
So with
also don't know.
right. But you
Education
know,
is key.
nails is like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but nails is an extension of your skin.
It
So,
is.
you have to take in and, water and moisturize your skin. So it's only safe to say that you have to do the same for your nails. But like you said, some people don't know, some people don't think about it, or they don't connect the two.
Never
So
connected to. And
they
that's why I'm so excited when it comes to the school. And I'm excited when I talk to people who say, my passion is nails. And I'm
Mhm,
like, okay, your passion is nails. All right, talk to me. Tell
mhm,
me what's your passion. And
mhm,
I'm listening to hear what your passion is. Is it
mhm,
what it looks like? Because you
mhm.
see the TikToks and you see the Snapchats and you see the Instagrams. Yes,
Right.
that's what we see, but
Mhm,
there's more. It's more to nails than just polish and gel and they call them click clackers and
mhm,
shorties. It's more to that. It's
mhm,
really a science. It's an art
mhm.
and it's a science.
Right.
Now
Right.
how you choose to take in the art and science of beauty, because I won't say
Mhm.
just nails, I will say of beauty because that's what it
Right.
is.
Right.
It's really based off of you as the professional in the school that is actually educating you, because a
Mhm.
student can only go as far as the education they get.
Right. Right. You're right. You are absolutely right. So, with your academy, is it only in person or can you do it virtual?
So we have a hybrid program.
Okay.
You can go online and you can be in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had students as far as
Oh.
Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia. Um, Certain states have requirements. And as
Mm-hmm.
we're going through admissions, I really sit down with them and I break it down. Let me research your state first before I say I can do this for you.
Right.
Because you get it. Here's a gimmick of beauty in
Mm-hmm.
cosmetology. You get a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that will sell you, I can get it done for you. And then once you get there, they
You
left
can't.
you with a bag in your hand and you trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
When I partner with you, you stuck with me until you fire me. You got to fire me out. Mr. Coach Shy, you working my nerve today. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. Okay, cool. I see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we locked in because if this is your thing and you're investing in yourself, then
Mm-hmm.
it's my job to invest in you also. I
Mm-hmm.
partner with you. You don't just come to
Right.
my school. I partner with you because it's one thing to get taught. It's another thing to have a partner, which means when you having a bad day, it's my job to help push you up. When you
Right.
down and you're I don't think I come on, we're gonna figure this all out. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Mm-hmm.
you have to have that, and
Right.
in school, in cosmetology school, the average cosmetology school, you don't have that. You got
Right.
teachers that's there for a check. You got directors who there for a financial aid check.
They don't
It's
have
a
any passion behind what it is that they're doing.
it's a
That's what.
business.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, for me, it goes further than business. I need to
Mm-hmm.
see you succeed. I'm
Right.
following you. I'm watching you. I need you
Mm-hmm.
to understand we beauty, brains, and business.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
beauty, brains, and business. Because at
Right.
the end of the day, if your business acumen is not together, what
Mm-hmm.
you doing in beauty ain't gonna last. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
have structures, you gotta have procedures, you gotta have policies, you gotta have all of these things written out because inside of our field and our industry, there's one client that's always sitting in a room. And I got this from one of my teachers, and I've been stuck with her name the rest of it's gonna be there for the rest of my life. Sue
Mm-hmm.
Happy America. Sue SEU Happy America. Sue Happy America,
Right.
aka your liabilities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you don't have yourself protected, those
Right.
liabilities will eat you up. So
Mm-hmm.
it's our goal in school, not after you get out, in school to
Mm-hmm.
equip you with what's needed to protect you before you walk out. Because I treat you as a professional when you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a student, you're a professional in my eyes. So I want you to walk in that door as if you got a client sitting in the chair. Every day you in that classroom and you got a book, that book is your client.
Right, right. And that's crazy that well, I won't say that it's crazy that you said, but a lot of people, who do nails, they're doing it under the radar. Like they haven't gone to anybody's school or anything like that. And then they're shocked when somebody's nail fall off or somebody's nail is turned green or anything like that. And people are coming after them. And it's because they haven't protected themselves. And I'll be completely honest with you, Shy. Like it wasn't until I was an adult that I knew that people that looked like me did nails.
That's a truth. That is a
That
truth.
did
Because
nails. And they were
we
like,
they look at us as the hairdressers. We the hairdressers. We do
mm-hmm,
hair and we cut hair, we do hair. We don't do
mm-hmm.
nails.
Right, 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 right. It was until I came to college that I had a black woman do my nails. But for the longest, we would go. Well, I would go to the Asians for them to do my nails. But now it's like it's so many people who look like us that do nails, but you don't know if they're legit or not. And when I say legit, I don't mean like they don't have their certifications or anything like that or license. So, just because you can make a nail look pretty, don't mean that they're taking care of your nails.
So
And a lot of
here's
people have to be, careful with that.
so here's something I always tell people because I once I open the school, I've always been one to give the information. I don't want to be a gatekeeper and I'm holding
Mm-hmm,
this information down lock and key. There was a
mm-hmm,
point in time where you can go to some states and all you needed was a certification to do nails. Every
mm-hmm,
state, all 50 states require a license. All 50. So when you hear people say, girl, I don't need no license. I took a class with this person. First thing I'm looking at, what's your name? Where you from? All right,
Child.
I got you. I'm going to type your name in and look, not because I'm being nosy, but because
Mhm.
I have a responsibility
Right.
to not just my field, but because I'm an instructor to look and
Mm-hmm,
make sure, okay, you are licensed. And there's
mm-hmm,
nothing against anybody that's not licensed because this conversation right here, where it's moving into, you
mm-hmm,
get this. The unlicensed or the home techs do nails better than the techs that are licensed. Let me explain this to you as a professional, as somebody who did nails under the radar for a little bit.
mm-hmm.
The only difference between the two is discipline. That's
Mm,
the only difference. That's the
mm,
difference for me. Because
mm,
the person, y'all can have the same amount of talent.
mm-hmm.
But one person looked at their talents and looked at the liabilities and what they can lose and said, I cannot afford to lose what I got trying to do a hobby. For some people, it's a hobby.
Right.
For some people, it's a passion and they just don't know which way to go. And they decided to research and look and find a school that fits them. All schools don't fit you. It's like putting on a dress and putting on a pair of shoes. You got to find what fits. Once you find that school that fits you, then you move into what you're trying to do. Even with my school, I always tell people, look, interview me. Just like I'm interviewing you, you
Right.
interview me because you spending your money. So wherever you spending your money, you better make sure you like where you going to spend your money. You need to make sure, hey, when I got a problem, can I come and talk to you? Because if I'm spending my money, I need to be able to come and tell you, hey, I got a problem or I got a concern. How do we address it? Now, if I
Right.
took your money and you can't come talk to me, you can't ask me no questions, that's a flag. That's a red flag because any educator, any school should understand the mindset of you're an educator and you feed the mind. So if I feed you negativity and I feed you bad customer service and I feed you all of these things that we don't want to see in a professional, then guess what I'm churning out of my business? The same thing I'm feeding.
Right.
So you have to change. You have to change the narrative. You have, and that's how this was built. Changing the narrative. That's why it's called
I think
curiosity.
that's really dope. I think that's really dope because, like I said, me personally, I don't see a lot of, Black women doing this. I took cosmetology in high school and it was an old white lady who taught it. And I was like, okay, we go to a predominantly Black school. And yeah, I didn't feel like she could relate, but she was there and that's who taught it. I could do a mean roller set, but but I just didn't relate. And to see, you with your own academy specializing at the time in nails, I was blown away. And I was like, I gotta talk to her. I gotta find out more because you don't see this. And little kids, they need to see stuff like this. Because my little grandbaby, I asked her what she wanted to do. No, she said, Mimi, I'm gonna start me a business. I said, okay, baby, what you gonna do? She said, I'm gonna do nails. I said, okay. I said, so what you gonna do? She was like, I'm gonna use my birthday money and I'm gonna get my supplies and stuff. Baby, it's more to doing nails than just getting your supplies and stuff, But
and that's the mindset of people when they go before they even get to school. Girl, I got to buy the pop and nail collection. I got to buy all the polishes. Stop for a second and just think. You got to look big picture. If I'm putting myself further in debt, trying to look like I'm something, I'm gonna never get out of the hole because every time you think you getting out of the hole, here come a new collection, some new polishes, some new gels. Yeah, and then because and nail stuff ain't cheap. This not. It used to be cheap. It used to
it's
be
not cheap now.
No, ma'am. Not at all. Not when you can a little 2-ounce bottle, $15, $18. And if you drop it, baby, you mad.
Yeah.
Because you only
Look,
got 15 sets.
I don't even have to buy supplies, but I know how much I pay to get my nails done. So it's different from now and back in 97. It's a huge difference.
$20 sets that everybody looking for. Girl, I remember in the 90s, it was $20 sets. Indeed, not no more. No, ma'am.
No. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you because I said, people like you, who is of African American descent, during Black History Month, you don't see these type of women doing the types of things that you're doing right now. So it was I feel like it was my duty to highlight you because how often do you see somebody starting a school or an academy? People talk about doing stuff like that all the time, but you actually executed this and you're executing it well and you're expanding and you're educating and nurturing people who are wanting to get into this field. So hats off to you. I commend you for
Thank you.
everything that it is that you do. So
And
that's why I was like, no,
it's
go
a
ahead.
few of us. It's a few of us. Yes, at least here in Texas.
Okay,
It's
okay,
it's a few. I can't say everywhere else, but I know
right.
in Texas alone, one, two,
Mm-hmm.
three, four, it's 5 of us.
Okay.
It's
Texas
5 of
thing.
us.
Look,
We
Texas thing.
we're a little spread out, but we are here and we
Mm-hmm.
are trying. We are building our lanes, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not. A lot of people look at it as I need to find the. And I hate to call it a race thing, but let's just be honest and let's call a spade a
Mm-hmm.
spade.
Right.
I'm going to the Vietnamese. I'm going to the Asians. I'm going here. But here's the thing. Don't cry black business on one side and then go support somewhere else. And then when they treat you a certain way, and this is for everybody, but we're just talking in general. When they
Mm-hmm.
treat you a certain way, then you want to patronize the person that you was
Right.
sleeping on the whole time.
Right.
The
Right.
same way you give feedback and communication, and you want feedback and communication, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
able to give that to the person that you're working with. This
Right.
is a this is a relational industry. This is not
Mm-hmm.
built off of money. This is built off
Right.
relation. Because guess what? You got 3 things I know for a fact people gonna chase and follow their whole life. You're gonna chase
Mm-hmm.
a doctor because you don't want just anybody touching on you. If your doctor leave, you going with your doctor.
I was hurt when
If
my doctor retired. I was like, what? Wait. What you mean you retiring?
can you just wait for me to finish and then do
Right.
this?
That part.
You gonna find you a good hairdresser or a barber. If your
Mm-hmm.
hairdresser and barber go 2-3 hours away, girl, I'm gonna come see you on a weekend. I'm gonna make it a weekend trip. And guess what?
Right.
What you gonna do?
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
gone and you following it.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing goes for your nail tech. The same
Mm-hmm.
thing goes for whomever you do business with. It doesn't matter where they're at nowadays because social media makes us accessible. There are
Right.
ways to get products. It's
Mm-hmm.
just we as business owners have to
Mm-hmm.
find what fits us and find our demographic and cater
Mm-hmm.
to that.
Right. I agree.
To.
I I agree. I agree. Because one thing about me, in my business, what I have learned is, when you stay in your lane, you have a lot of peace. You have a lot of peace because you're not out there trying to grab everyone because everything isn't meant for you, you know. So when you stay in your lane and you focus on you and what you're supposed to be doing, things, I'm not going to say life is always great, but you don't have to deal with a lot of the headaches that you would normally have to deal with. So, yes, absolutely. So, tell people how they can follow you or how they can
So
find
you can find us on our website, which is Cureosity. Let me spell it for y'all. Cureosity
you.
Academy.com. You
Hmm.
can also find us on Facebook. It's the Art of Cure. So the THER art of Cure. Because we couldn't get Curiosity Academy for some strange odd reason. But the Art of Cure, that's how you'll find that's how you find us. Everything says Curiosity Academy. And based off of the way we spelled it, you're not
Hmm.
gonna find anybody else with that name. It's trademarked. I went and I trademarked that bad boy because
Good. That's as you should have. As you should have.
you
As you
protect your brand by any means necessary.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Steph. Thank you.
And let me ask you this.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you have a certain time for enrollment? Like, do you have enrollment periods? Or if I decide tomorrow, like, hey, I want to go to school, that's where I want to go. Can they enroll then, or is there a certain enrollment period?
It's every 2 months for the
Oh,
nail program,
okay.
and it's always the first Monday of the month.
Okay.
And then the esthetician program. will roll twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring. Same thing for
Mhm.
cosmetology. So everything has
Awesome.
a fall and spring. Nails is the only thing that has a rolling start date.
Mhm.
So every 2 months. So January, March, May. Look, I'm looking up here. May. We take a break in July because that's my birthday month, and I gotta have 1 month to decompress, and then we
Right,
start back over in August.
right, right.
So
Okay.
we keep it rolling and we keep it going. It's 18 weeks. I've had
Mhm.
some students that actually finish in 14 to 16 weeks.
Oh wow.
Um, like I tell people, when I started this, I was expecting big classes. I was like
Mhm.
7 and 24 girls. But when you start thinking about it, the bigger the class, can you really give them the undivided attention that they
Right,
need?
right. I
So
like smaller classes.
we broke it down to an AM and a PM class. So
Mhm.
I take up to 6 people in each class. And that means
Mhm.
those 6 people got my undivided attention for that whole morning period. And then that
Okay.
evening class has my undivided attention for that evening period. And
Mhm.
I have a support staff. Shout out to my student success coach, Aisha. She is
Mhm.
literally my right hand. Remember how I said I didn't trust nobody?
Uh-huh.
Baby, she gave me more than enough reason to know that it's good people out here when they
Mhm.
see your vision and can see where it's going.
Mhm.
You run with it, and you
Right.
run with people that's running in the same way, the same path. That don't mean y'all have to always agree, but you
Mhm.
need people around you that's going sometimes they got to tell you no,
Yeah.
no, and you
Mhm.
like, what you mean you telling me no? But sometimes no is for your good.
Right. It's to protect you.
Yes.
To
And
protect
like
you.
I told you, that little bitty cape I like to wear,
Mhm.
the cape that was choking me when she got with me, she was
Mhm.
like, "We about to burn that because I need to keep you safe."
Mhm.
Not saying you can't keep you safe, but sometimes you need another set of eyes and ears
You
that
need
can
somebody
see
to
what
watch
you
your
can't
back.
see.
You
Yes,
need somebody to watch your back and to look out for your best interest. So absolutely.
yes,
Absolutely. Well, I do want to let you know, Sean, that I enjoyed our conversation. For those of you who are watch this replay on Facebook, YouTube, or on the
yes.
business page, make sure you follow her because she is awesome. She is so amazing. So thank you so much for your
And
time. And I wish you
thank
nothing
you.
but success. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
thank you, thank
you.
you.
And I'll go ahead and end the broadcast now. You all have a good night.
Good night.